Welcome, Pisces. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot getting ready to do your meditation reading. And I'm focusing in particular on Uranus's move back into Taurus until the spring of next year, having been in Taurus since 2018. And Uranus in general marks our greater collective intuitive learnings, leanings, awareness. This is a way that we can connect globally to others that are similarly aligned, where we can gather information from a variety of sources and spheres that are invisible to many, but that are available to all. This is highlighting one of your gifts, which is your phenomenal ability to see the connection between all things. And that is being supported right now, even as Mercury is going retrograde as of yesterday through the end of November. And in the very end of November, it will turn direct, but for the next 2 or 3 weeks of December, it will be going over its shadow period. So this is a beautiful moment when our mind catches up to our heart. For the glyph oracle, I pulled number 17, which is the number of the star, our North Star, our vision, our promptings towards a better world, a better sense of self. And the keywords are scarab and resilience. And you can see the scarab, a symbol of the scarab, pushing that golden dung ball up to the top of the hill. I'm going to read from the guidebook. In ancient Egypt, scarabs were associated with the god Khepri, who was believed to push the sun across the sky each day, mirroring the scarab's behavior of rolling dung into a ball. Khepri's association with the scarab endowed it with divine attributes. The Egyptians saw the scarab as an embodiment of not only regeneration and perseverance, but linked it to the belief that the cycles of life are a continuous process of becoming. Its ability to transform dung into nourishment mirrored this cosmic cycle, illustrating the potential for enlightenment amidst diversity. Egyptians crafted intricate scarab amulets, often inscribed with spells or prayers, invoking the scarab's ability to inspire strength and transformation in their own lives. The card that is your overall energy, the Hermit, I almost said Temperance, because Temperance, like the Hermit, is a healer. And that's the energy I'm getting from this energy right now. That you are in a place of reauthorizing who you are, your right to be who you are based on your experiences, your connection to those teachers, whomever or wherever they may be, that have informed your best thinking, and you're taking the time to preserve and protect the sacred space in which you can sit with your own feelings, ideas, and emotions. Underneath the deck is the Sun card. Wow. I haven't seen the Sun card in a while. This is really about your true essential nature being revealed in whatever circumstances you're confronting at this time. You are aligned with who you are as a spiritual divine being. Your joy in responding, reveling in, appreciating the abundance of the universe, the bounty of the world. There are no barriers between you and joy, and that joy is informing and defining you, what you bring to others, your ability to help others to see the silver lining in any circumstances, no matter how challenging they may be. And that is particularly relevant in today's world. In the present, the Four of Pentacles, I see you holding the line, holding a foundation, being cautious about the way that you expend your hard-won platform. You have created a material foundation that supports you, and you're careful about how you expand that or how you share that with others. You understand that this material platform is the safety with which you can grow, you can pursue a vision in with the acceptance of a consistent framework of actions, of beliefs, of commitments to growing something for the long term. So I do see you in some instances a bit in the weeds, very much on the ground with those you're helping, the community that you are engaging in building something beautiful, and seeing the internal light gifts that inform what may be a somewhat constricted environment, a time where resources are tight, food is limited, um, energy or time has to be uber managed because there's a lot of stretching of resources and energies going on within this community. But you're holding that line so that you can gradually model this idea of the light, the authenticity, the joy contained within your experience for others. In the past, the Five of Cups, you have done a fair share of looking at the past and understanding that much of the failure, disappointment you may have experienced is part of a pattern that you take some responsibility for as appropriate. This is not to say that everything challenging that happens to any of us is our fault or our responsibility. No, but it does hint at the ways in which you play a role in perpetuating and re-choosing experiences that don't match your desire. So you recognize a pattern in choosing something that doesn't serve you over and over again. And in doing that, you are allowing yourself to release, or have allowed yourself to release, those emotions, to surrender to the disappointment and sadness, to not struggle or fight against that by wanting to have answers about that, but instead recognizing that there were things learned and that you can release these experiences with love, with gratitude, for and acceptance that they were in your life for a reason, and have promoted a healthier relationship of you to you. And that's where you're retraining yourself to find success in your exchanges of love and resources with others. In the future, the Five of Wands. This too has been showing up for everyone. We are collaborating as a people. We are working with others. We're part of a team. We're part of a community in every instance where the opportunity exists. Nothing is done alone. No one is an island. And so here you are reforging the positive energy of the healthy competition of collaboration, where everyone brings their expertise, their skill, their strength to an environment in which you are collectively solving a problem or creating something for the benefit of everyone. And it feels as though you are leading this in some way, or modeling it in the very least through your actions, through the way that you may be leading a community or a team through some difficult challenges at this time. I'm going to clarify these cards with the Ethereal Shadow Work deck. I will finish with a Crystal Oracle. And I hope that this reading is resonating for you, Pisces. If so, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, drop a comment. I appreciate all of the love that you send my way in whatever form that is. Thank you so much. I'm going to clarify the Four of Pentacles here with the Seven of Wands, and the Justice card. You're definitely feeling a way that you need to defend your practices, your idea, your vision moving forward. But in order to do that, you need to set clear boundaries with others. This is part of how you are building upon your material foundation, your safety, the organization, the physical buildings that you're in, the resources you're protecting for others. You need the time to do the work that keeps the lights on, that keeps your energy growing and evolving, that keeps your plan moving forward. And this is to the end of finding greater balance. So there's an issue here of unfairness, inequity, some kind of unjust treatment that is being experienced perhaps by a particular group or a larger community that you are actively intervening in. And that intervention is taking the form of not only fighting something that is unfair or not practical, but also the way that you are organizing yourself and those you are working with and for to be able to sustain that fight, that call out against injustice. So this is an intense balancing act that you're doing based on your vision of the way this has worked in the past. This is not a new model. This is one you've experienced in your own life, and you are bringing it to a community or a team that is less familiar, but has many battles to wage. And you're giving them a tool, as in an organization, to do that. In the past, the Five of Cups is clarified by the High Priestess and the Two of Wands. So another water sign got the High Priestess here, Cancer. I'm not sure if Cancer is relevant to any of you. The High Priestess is very much about the wisdom you have gained from what your so-called failures and disappointments. There's something in the pattern that has triggered a memory of past lives and experiences that is from which your wisdom is emerging. This wisdom that is built on self-knowledge, of which you have lifetimes to process. And again, what is being reinforced with you is this idea that you're doing two things at once, at least two things. You're establishing your process, your organization, your skills in organizing, at the same time that you are developing qualities within yourself that you are seeking to improve. So you understand that they're working hand in hand. You're also anticipating the stages beyond the mere organizing and fighting against injustice. And that anticipation is about the way in which this organization can grow beyond fighting battles, but can grow into a force that becomes impenetrable by those forces that would destroy it. I hope I'm not speaking too abstractly. I hope this is clear for you that are doing this active work. So many of you are activists of one kind or another. Almost all activists are environmental to some degree. And so I do see this being relevant to many communities that are waging some kind of environmental battle with super corporate powers or institutional powers that are resistant to the real life conditions of people on the ground. In the future, the Five of Wands is clarified by the Eight of Cups and the Tower. I think that you are aware that you are here for a specific purpose in whatever environment, organization, location you find yourself. This battle you're waging, this organization you're developing, is specific to a particular location or time. That you're building into this organization an exit plan, not because you are abandoning the struggle, but you see your help needed elsewhere. And to that end, what I think you may encounter is a larger force, organization, a collaboration that sees your value in doing these specific on the ground kind of operations, bringing resources to communities in regional ways, and is seeing that talent translated on a larger scale in a way in which you can perhaps be challenged to move towards this larger um, activist organization, one that consciously fights against institutional waste, abuse, exploitation, and that understands the strength of the organization that you have been able to build and would like to see you doing that on a larger scale. So this is very exciting. And it isn't necessarily all of the same kinds of activism. I see those of you that have legal expertise, research skills, being pulled into a similar success. And I do see this success in the immediate future as being a part of creating alternative institutions and organizations that are countering the way some of our conventional institutions have and are failing people. I'm going to finish this reading, Pisces, with a crystal oracle, and I pulled the fire agate, and the key word is creativity. I allow the creativity of my soul to shine through into the world. Thank you so much, Pisces. If you enjoy this content, check out more content here. Thank you for your likes and subscribes. Until next time, namaste.